This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the Football Smack Talk Show here on Wednesday afternoon. I'm your host, Ryan.
I'm Eric.
Welcome in, everybody. It's been a bad few weeks here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I gotta say, just as a sports fan, it felt like 5 continuous days of being kicked in the nuts.
What has that been? Friday, Saturday?
Well, no, it was more like the Sunday of the Denver game.
Yeah.
And then, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was just constantly kicked to the nuts.
Well, I was talking, Phillies before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not been a great week to be a Philadelphian sports fan, but
well, you got to take the lows with the highs.
Absolutely. This is this is the baseline for which we have all been raised. Weeks like this past week, but stretched out over decades. Listen, if anybody has or has anybody subscribed to this channel, Eagles Pinpool Network, and has seen, whether it be me or any one of the multitude of different hosts here, it's all been basically the same kind of thing.
Right.
Things aren't great. There's a lot to fix.
Sure.
And
it's funny. As we were mentioning that, I actually started thinking back in my mind, and you'll love this because of the way my brain works, to other previous times that stuff like this have happened in Philly sports. And I was just curious the timeline.
Whoa. Are you trying to depress everybody? Bringing stuff
I guess
up?
it's I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, stop.
But
on YouTube, what's going on, fellas?
But remember, so in '93 when
no.
But the timing of when Randall's injury happened and then the Joe Carter home run. So on Saturday?
Yeah. I am going to, and in front of everybody, I'm going to make sure everybody, hey, everybody, gather around. No, there's no need for it. We got to get that negative out of us. Although it lives in us, we got to get it out of us.
Look, see, I say embrace the negativity. Just laugh at it. That's always been our thing.
Advocate, I have been watching the Eagles since the 1980s. Same. This is worse than Coat-Tight. I hate how it goes away. It only shows me for 7 seconds. It is worse than Coat-Tight because those teams didn't have the talent on offense. Yeah, there's okay. To kind of piggyback off of that. There's a different level to all of this.
Sure.
It's like when you expect your team to suck ass, it's actually not a bad being miserable.
Everybody always jokes with me about how they thought, how did Eric survive 1998 Eagles when they were god-awful? And I'm like, because I knew they were god-awful, and that's my expectation.
A fun place to be in, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in a miserable place, you might as well be in low expectations. Yes. I know life is going to suck, so let's just drink and have fun.
Yes. That was definitely one of those years where, and mind you, I was not of legal drinking age.
Didn't stop me before.
No, it did not stop me then either.
So there's that aspect of it. And I think that's what I think stings a little bit more is we're literally coming off of a Super Bowl. And not just a Super Bowl, but a run.
Yeah.
That some has gone to say that this might have been one of the best Super Bowl winning teams. potentially in history.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be in a conversation. Scoring the most points, having such a prolific offense, having a defense that many did not think of.
Yeah.
To go from that low to bring that to the high of all highs, and dominating a team and a player in Patrick Mahomes that has been dominating the league for years. He has basically never not known a championship game.
Yeah, he's gone to the championship game, and gosh, every year that he's been the starter, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that tells you the whooping. And let's be honest, it was 40-6. We all know it. It was a whooping. So to go from that and that euphoria, that amazement, and just riding on the high of life to, all right, the first 4 weeks, oh man, this offense doesn't look great, but man, this is what good teams do. They find ways to win. And I think a lot of that, the talent kind of helped us along the way. But I think that's shed.
Well,
And
look,
now
early in the season, and I know it's a popular thing to want to, like, you don't get style points in the NFL, so it's not really about, looking your best early on in the season. In fact, I don't think you really want to be looking your
no, you don't.
best at the start. Like, you want to be looking your best as the season comes to an end, like they did last year. Look, there were so many times, and I went back and rewatched some of those games from last year, especially the early games. And man, like, I'm thinking, I'm like, there's like, how could you convince me that this was a Super Bowl team?
Yeah.
Like, even the games they won, like, I was like, how could you convince me that this was a Super Bowl team?
They went on such a run.
Right. And that's why, like, early on in a season, I would say, man, don't worry about the style points. Don't worry about looking great. Just worry about finding ways to get wins.
Right. And here's the thing. You have the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as a fan, you either feel like this team is in one of two piles. Are they like the 2023 team where they were 10-0 and
10-1, yeah.
10-1, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And the wheels fell off, right? Or are you in the 2024 pile where, man, the first 4 games, it was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew what was doing anything. We lost games we should have won. We won games we should have lost. It was a weird time. And the defense was god awful. And they had a bye, and they were able to take that time and right the ship. Now, 2023, you had the dealings of 2 terrible coordinators. Now, say whatever you will about Petullo. He's not been great.
No.
I don't think
nobody would give him a passing grade right now. No.
Mama Petullo could back her son. But you have one that's learning on the fly, trying to figure it out. On the other side, you have a potentially Hall of Fame coach who has done more for the city of Philadelphia in the short time that he's been here this time around than most have in decades. So you have that going against you, going for you, I should say. So what do you think is more likely the outcome? Eric, I'll pin this to you. Do you think this is going to go the route of, man, we are in for some dark times for the rest of this year because shit's off the rails, the locker room's lost, the coaches, don't have this team, the players aren't wanting to play? Or do you have this of just like, hey, there's a lot of new parts to this team. We're all figuring out how to work together. It took 4 weeks last year. It might take 7,
6 or 7 this week. Yeah.
To get to our bye this time.
Mm-hmm.
Before we can get right. I know which one you are, but which one are you more leaning on?
I lean more on I trust this group. This is the same offensively, this is the same player-wise, the same unit that went on that run last year.
Sure.
So I trust these guys to all be professionals. They're going to show up and fight every week. And look, we saw it last year when even after the bye week, coming home for a win against Cleveland, there were fans who were so unhappy with Nick Sirianni they wanted him fired even after a win.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But that team, for whatever reason, those players love that coach, and they rally behind him. And I want to believe, and I do believe that that's what's going to happen. This team's going to rally together. They're going to get this ship righted. Look, do I want to go out here and boldly predict? I'm not Seamus with the bold predictions.
You're not hot take.
No, I'm not hot take Seamus there.
Right.
But I will say, I think this team goes on a run. I don't know. Look, I don't know if they can win another Super Bowl, but they're either going to do it or they're going to die trying.
Yeah. And Advocate says again, this does not look like an NFL caliber offense. You're right. I think
dead last in points per game, 30 or
I mean,
30th.
they're in the bottom
offensive
five.
efficiency.
They're in the bottom five of pretty much every category. It's awful.
Yeah.
And I think one, it starts with getting the play called in a lot quicker.
Yes.
And two,
and I'll give you credit. You called that out first. You're the first person I heard call that out. So I'll give you credit.
Fix this run game.
Yeah.
Because, and listen, Stoutland's certainly dealing with a lot of injuries. You have Dickerson's banged up. He's out.
Sure.
You have Juergens, who's clearly banged up.
Mm-hmm.
You have Steen, who's new to the mix in as far as the five. Mailata and even Lane. Clearly they're dealing with a few things.
Sure.
They're not their all-world selves. So I think, again, that's why a bye week couldn't come any quicker to get a little healthy.
Do you think the mini bye?
I think it does. I think it sure does. But, the fact of the matter is right now, I think looking at this offense, it kind of is what it is. I more look at the defense because, one, the defense isn't used to this. The defense isn't used to 3 and outs from the offense and having to go back out there over and over and over again, rather than having a little time to kind of relax.
There was a point in time in the Denver game where we got the ball back with about 10 and a half minutes or so to go. Denver had just scored to make it a 7-point game. And I remember thinking, I'm like, man, this would be a great time for one of those like that Pittsburgh game, the drive of the year. The drive of the year that didn't yield any points.
No, but yeah, that would have been great. And again, I think that comes with Patullo experience and calling some plays because he went away from the run game again. But, as I was saying, you need to fix this run game because the run game is the key to unlocking this offense and having a more balanced attack, because that's all I'm hearing is that the defenses are just loading up because they're predictable. They know exactly what they're doing. And I think you fix this run game. You get Saquon Barkley, even a small fraction of what he was doing last year. I think that helps to keep the defense honest and thus will open up both the passing game and the running game. It absolutely starts with this offensive line getting healthy.
Yeah.
And you go from there. Now, I would say, I think for this upcoming game, I think that the number one thing to determine whether or not the Eagles even have a shot is Quinyon Mitchell. I think if he's not in there with the way that the Dory Jackson and Keely played, there's no way in hell that. I mean, you're going up against Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Hawkinson and again, it is not going to be pretty. Kellen Moore was a competent OC. Paterno, nice, is not even Madden level football. Barkley isn't on pace for 1,000 yards. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's like I said, it's not been good. He's been. I think the biggest difference is, he was used to getting the ball and having a few seconds before he even felt the breeze of a defender.
He could get the head of steam going. Yeah.
And now he's getting hit pretty much immediately, and the holes aren't there. And Again, I think a lot of that is the health. I think a lot of that is the play calling. So I think it's a combo that, we got to get a little healthy. And Patullo needs to start firing off plays a little bit better.
Yeah, it's like they script the first 15 regular plays, right? Like,
yeah, but after
get him
that,
in there and get it going. Like, he shouldn't even have to be calling anything those
after that,
first few plays.
it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
I think what he needs to do is, I think there needs to be a cutoff for him. Now, again, by the time he says it, it gets, whatever, it might be at 25 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever. For then Jalen to relay that to the team and then get up to the line, you still give yourself 15 seconds, whatever.
Right.
But whatever that point is, that's your cutoff. And if Patullo hasn't figured out a play by then, nice easy run.
Yeah. Jalen, choose a side and just say, okay, we're running to that side. Yeah.
Honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to mitigate some of the inefficiencies this offense has been dealing with by putting in little things to assure yourself in getting play called quickly and throwing a little bit of a mixture of play called. And a lot of people, I've been hearing, obviously, Advocate is one of them, calling him Kevin Paterno, which I can't say I've heard that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like it. That's pretty original. I dig that.
What is maybe it's the fact that he's too close. He needs to go up to the booth.
Yeah, and I know that's something you mentioned last week, and I don't hate that idea.
I mean,
but just to try something different.
At this point, you got to try something different.
Yeah.
Because whatever the hell is going on ain't friggin' working. And
maybe he'd see something different from being over top. And
yeah, I mean, it's not fair to throw it all on Patullo because it's definitely not. Players aren't playing up to their level either. Again, you also are dealing with some injuries, which again shouldn't ever really be a cause. But I also feel like, and I can't remember the last time I said a disparaging word against Howie, but the depth on this team and in certain areas is dog shit.
Yeah, and look, and that was one of those things that you knew coming into this year there was gonna be gonna be some depth issues.
Yeah,
because
but
you were losing guys and it was gonna be hard to replace everybody.
All of the defensive line, D tackle, edge, no depth.
Yeah.
Corners, no depth. Safety, no depth.
No.
And your boy
my boy did not look good.
Me.
Yeah, he did not look good on
He's had a
Thursday night.
Rough couple of games here.
Yeah.
And listen, that's bound to happen. You're a rookie.
Sure.
Sure. But Makuba's got to step up and
% he's not immune to this. Yeah, he's got to step it up as well.
I mean, literally, I don't think there's a single person on the defense that I could say, oh, wow, they're playing exactly how I thought they would play, mirroring what they did last year. It's taking a slight.
Yeah.
Not
much, but yeah, I would agree with you. He was better last year.
Although I will feel like Q is kind of right there.
Q, yeah.
Coop, I feel like he's been all right. He hasn't been a stud, but he hasn't been hurt.
Yeah, he hasn't killed him. Like, he's not the reason they're losing.
No, but I also feel like a lot of that too is, when you're especially in a D-back situation.
Well, yeah, when the cornerback too is so bad.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you got to do a lot of makeup.
And
the shocking.
Is there a point where you think maybe they asked DeJean, like, look, man, you're gonna have to play outside at CB2 because we just don't have anything there?
I don't know. I've been wondering that the entire time. I've been wondering, when they're gonna, and again, I still have never truly figured out if they are able to officially bring back CJ Gardner-Johnson. I've heard two different reports as far as, because he didn't play officially 4 games with the Houston Texans, that he wouldn't be eligible to rejoin the team. But then I heard that that doesn't factor if he's cleared waivers, and I don't know. So
yeah, that's one of those things I need like a rules guy to give me a ruling on that.
So,
Yeah.
and would you even want that?
In my mind, you've moved on from it twice.
Yeah, but maybe this is the curse of C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I mean, he was the
When he
missing
has been
piece
on
in
this team,
23.
we've been in Super Bowls.
I mean,
When
you're
he
not
has not
wrong.
been on this team has lost some games in a row.
Yeah. And has not won a playoff game. This group hasn't won a playoff game
Yes.
without CJ GJ.
Just saying. Yeah, I mean, and you know what's funny about all of this, and again, back to Howie, we're looking for him to potentially save this season, but when was the last time Howie had a good in-season trade? I know exactly how it is for me.
Would you
I have his
say?
jersey.
You have his jersey?
I have the jersey of the last
The jersey.
that
Okay.
he traded for. That was a good in-season trade.
Okay. JJ?
Yeah. JJ. That's it.
Yay. Hey, I didn't stop the hump. I don't think that's the part yet, but
Players don't want to play for see that's where
I don't
I
think I disagree with that.
He's been a member of this team for the last couple of years, so they're very familiar with him.
Yeah.
And I don't think it has anything to do with wanting to play for him. I mean, these guys are professionals in the long run. I just think you know, when you're a Super Bowl winning team or a team even in the Super Bowl, you're the last team to try and replace lost coordinators.
Right. And teams already know, teams already knew they were hiring. The Saints knew they were hiring Kellen Moore before the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So basically that's why most teams end up hiring from within, because that's generally all that there's left. And, you know, you were hoping that the familiarity that Patullo had with this team, with Jalen, with Nick, that would carry you enough until he really started to get the ins and outs of the job. And honestly, it's literally just like any other job. You were whatever work you're in.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden you're getting a promotion and you're having this whole nother portion of your job added to your duty, something that you've never done before. It might be close, it might be adjacent, but it's something you've never done.
There's still a learning curve.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm not constantly just being like, oh, hey, F Patullo, let's fire him. I am hoping we can get to a bye week. We can, Nick and him and Jalen and AJ and whoever else wants to sit down.
Right.
Figure out, hey, listen, whatever we had going isn't working. So each week, let's narrow down the playbook.
Yeah.
Let's get the best working plays. And let's go from there. Let's not make this complicated.
What's wrong with the idea of on a bye week saying to the core group of skill position offensive guys, hey, I want you guys to give me 3 plays you think are gonna 3 plays you feel like you can execute at a really high level. Just give me 3 plays and let's all get together. Let's see where the overlap is. Let's compound on that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they knew him and didn't like him.
See, to me, I feel like that would have been a spot where they would have been able to speak up in the process of hiring him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And say, hey, I don't know that he'd be a great fit for what we're doing here.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and the fact that if it was multiple people coming up and saying that,
yeah,
I think Nick's a smart guy. He wouldn't have been like, screw you, I'm doing what I want. I think he'd have been like, crap, we got to figure something out here. But anyway, the Vikings, we're going up to Minnesota. We could be potentially facing off against Carson Wentz. Quarterback situation there is a little up in the air. JJ McCarthy, I haven't checked to see who practiced today. Excuse me for them.
I had heard that they had a walkthrough that JJ did partake in the walkthrough. I don't know how active of a
Limited.
walkthrough it was, but yeah,
Well, and I know Carson's were dealing with a
the shoulder.
non-torn shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of what quarterback is there, but still, it's they got some weapons through the passing game, and Flores has been pretty good at disguising blitzes and backing guys off, and and
Flores is a good defensive coach. I mean,
is, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it'll certainly be interesting. But what is, Eric? And I'll ask you this: what is one thing? What could be a matchup? Situation, just could be a whatever you're hoping. What's one thing you're hoping to see in this game, or one matchup, or one thing?
I'll just give you an idea. I want to be playing ahead of the sticks. I want to be playing in that 2nd and 3, 3rd and 2. I want to be in these short yardage situations. I don't want to be in 2nd and 12, 2nd and 9. I want to see this team get out and move the ball on first down. I want to see first down productivity.
Okay. All right. I'm anticipating a blowout loss. All right. Advocate is feeling the positivity.
Glad we could help today.
I don't necessarily blame you.
No, I don't blame it. Look,
feel like
it's
you
been a rough
gotta
few days. It's
they
been a
gotta
rough
show
week and
you
a half.
something
Yeah.
before you believe again,
Yeah, sure.
All right, Eric, I'm gonna ask you for a prediction score and who is your MVP of the game.
So I will say that, look, I'm always going to predict a win. Like, I believe in this team. I'm going to just tell you this every week. I'm predicting a win, damn it. And I will continue to run my head into that wall until that wall moves or I croak. But I'm going to go. I think this is a Saquon Barkley game. I think he has a nice game this week. I'm hoping he gets this offense righted somewhat. Like, we can just sit there and say, hey, you know what? That number 26, yeah, he's really good at football. Let's just get him the ball and let him just do that thing where you're better than everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for from Saquon Barkley. And that's what I'm predicting. I'm saying I'm gonna go 23-14.
23-14. Okay. That's not bad. And who's your MVP of the game?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. Okay. All right. I have a question. We're gonna flow this right into
Sure.
Stump the Hump.
Okay.
The last time the Minnesota Vikings beat the Philadelphia Eagles, I want you to tell me who was the leading receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles that day.
So when the Eagles lost to the Vikings.
When the Eagles lost to the Vikings, who was most yards that day?
So I know we lost to them in 18. I don't know if that was the last time.
This is
Okay. All right. So I guess obviously much more recent than that.
Hey, that's how time works.
Hey, I understand time. Leading receiver, Devontae Smith.
Okay. I could say you are horribly wrong. They lost 38-20 to Minnesota in 2019.
So Smitty wasn't on the team yet.
Smitty was not on the team. But I will say the leading receiver was, you know what? I'll even do this to you just to F with you more.
You're such a jerk.
Number 24.
Ryan Matthews.
Okay, wait a minute. It's not Ryan Matthews. But wait,
Oh, he wasn't on that team yet anymore either. Who was number 24 that year? Jeez.
So am I just in the quick thing that I looked at this?
Yeah.
It shows 2 number 24s. So that can't be. So I'm going to go to my handy dandy, something that I use quite often. It's my jersey number history.
Okay.
Because.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. This was wrong. That's why I could have sworn. I was like, this doesn't sound right. No, I apologize. I was incorrect. It was not number 24. Number 24 was Jordan Howard. who was your leading rusher.
Okay. God, Jordan Howard.
Your leading receiver was also a running back. Miles Sanders.
Sproles.
No, Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Okay, number 26.
Yeah, right. That's why I was like, wait a minute. And then I was like, did he start out as a rookie at 24? And then I was like, wait, no. I was like, I don't think he did. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, he had 3 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown.
God.
Stephon Diggs, 7 catches for 167.
He had himself a day.
He had himself a day. Yeah, but it's been some time. It's been some time since the Eagles lost. They have won the last 2 matchups in the regular season, 2023 and 2022. So we shall see. But
all right, what's your prediction for Sunday?
Well, Jalen Carter clearly partied all offseason, and the rest of the team read their own press clippings. I don't know how you can say that. I don't know how you can say, that they're walking around like their shit don't stink, and that's the reason why. Listen, I get it.
Look, you're frustrated, and you have a right to be.
Right.
And it's okay.
There's a level that I'm sure they did in the offseason, but to say that, that's the reasoning, I think that's just a easy excuse, easy answer.
Sure.
My prediction is 24-23.
Wait, are you going with a loss here?
I did it on the Birds Roundtable, but
I don't even know who you are anymore, man.
I'm kidding. No, it is an Eagles win. Only because Q is playing. Q wasn't playing. There's no shot in hell they win. I think they kicked some last-second field goal and leave Minnesota with lucky to be alive, much less with a win.
Well, I mean, hopefully they're all still alive after the game.
I don't know if you. I highly doubt that you responded to me.
What's that?
And I'm sure when I say this, you're probably going to be like, "Oh, I didn't know." But I'm doing my outdoor game.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's the day after our Halloween party.
So what?
Well, and plus it's an Eagles game. I always go to Lars for that.
I understand that, but what's that good? What good has that done the last 2 games, huh?
Nothing, but we suffer together.
I understand that,
dude. I honestly, it's me. I'm not as superstitious as you are.
I'm just saying.
I still don't know that Larry will come to Lara's house just because he was at the Eagles Washington game in 2020 to start that season, and we got trounced, and he was like, "I'm not coming back here."
That is him. So, well, listen, you're missing out. It's an experience. It's fun. We got a big old
look. I have no doubt I'd have a ton of fun hanging out with you
all
guys.
Your friends are going to be there.
Sure.
And
will my best friend be there?
He will be.
I know, since he won't be at the Halloween party on Saturday because he's going to the Rutgers Oregon game, which is a night game. Him and Spider are going to Rutgers, Oregon.
We have our softball championship the next morning at 9 a.m.
That's going to be fun. You're going to be hungover as hell.
Oh, my God. I'm going to have a conversation with him. But anyway, listen, maybe just say something to Jody.
I mean, she's in that text message thread, I think.
She is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we talked about it. She was right away. Well, we're going to Lars, right?
You guys do what you get.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it for us. We're going to get on out of here. Enough of this miserable whatever. Let's hope the Eagles can get a win here. And so we can all feel a little bit better about ourselves going forward.
Yeah, right.
It's been a little rough, but again, I think get to the bye.
Yeah.
Things out.
And that's what it is. Get to the bye week. Hopefully you find a way to win this week, find a way to win next week against the Giants, and then you go to the bye 6-2, and it doesn't feel that bad.
I agree. Anyway, thank you all so much for chiming in. If you have not already subscribed or followed Eagles Pin Pull Network, please make sure that you do. There's a lot of amazing shows here. Shane, Johnny, Mark, Eagles Eric, not you. He beat you to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of great shows. So check that out. We're on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere where you get your podcasts. We appreciate it. Like, follow, share, subscribe, 5-star ratings on Spotify and Apple. That would be great. All those things take 2 seconds and absolutely mean the world to us and help us kind of get to that next level of algorithm where we can reach a lot more people, or at least the people we're supposed to be reaching. So anyway, that's it for us. Eric, you got anything to add before we pop out of here?
Nah.
All right. Have a great night, everybody. Let's hope the Eagles can muster up a miracle in the medal in Minnesota. What are they called?
Hey, look, they're going to be on the Holy Grounds. That's the site where the Eagles won their first Super Bowl.
That is true.
So hopefully they can channel some of that magic.
God only. Hopefully Nick Foles just shows up randomly and that's a lesson on him. So, all right, y'all. Have a great one. Make sure that you are tuned in. I will see you next Monday for another Party on Rod and the Birds of the Round Table on Tuesday. So, see you next week. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Bye now.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.